Another day given to us by the Lord to do our best to reach Him to back to Him. May we commit ourselves to do the best in this regard. Welcome you all, respected friends sadhakas. Respect salutations to you, gratitudes to you, Abhinandana, congratulations to you, and the Binati, the submission, like every day. Give up anything, everything, but not the Satsanga Shastra Dhyanam anywhere, but don't give it up. May the Lord also be kind, benevolent on us, forgiving us for all our faults, yet keep on blessing us with this opportunity. Because here is where we are finding some support for our matured understanding, support for our rethinking about our life and restarting for its fulfillment. This is understood that minus the guidance from the Gurus and the Shastras, the life lived will be chaotic only, reaching nowhere with all the struggles, all the tensions, anxieties, hard works done. Outcome will be nothing, nothing, nothing without the Shastra Adhyana. And how these things are so strongly substantiated by the great sage Vasishtaji in the evening class we are seeing in Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana. All mounts to our own understanding, Shraddha, commitment. Lokasevaka, Dharmastapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Samskrita, Bhasha, Jnata, Vyakarana, Sahita. These are the Vyaktitvas we are noting down for our effort to deepen, improve, strengthen, beautify. We are trying to take the help of the Shastras by daily studying. We are trying to take the help of the Gurus by tuning to them, their thinking, their advice, their guidance. Again, through studying the Bhashya Adi, we are taking the help of the Devata Gana by as frequently as possible, remembering them, thanking them, asking them to continue blessing us. So too, we are remembering and taking the help of the Adi Parashakti Mata. She is there, the mother, the Shakti Swarupini. We recognize her blessings in our life, in every aspect, in general, spiritually in particular. So, tuning to her through again Upasana, Shraddha, we are trying to take her help also. And the help of Ishvara again by recognizing that he is there as the Karana Brahma everywhere with his Ananta Shakti to bless any of the mm, Bhaktas Sadhakas. In this aspect, we are strengthened by our the text like that of Purana and Itihasas. Continuously, we are seeing in them how through the bhakti, through the Ishvaranugraha, things get settled and the travel on the spiritual path becomes smoother. And we are taking the help of the Brahma Tattva by knowing his nature, by accepting him to be truth, by trying to identify with him. This is how taking the help of all these six sources and substantially helping ourselves in the spiritual growth. Good, let us continue. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, seventh month today, we have started studying it. We are into that beautiful mantras that are in the chapter 1. Fourth mantra we saw, Chakra Rupena, the Karana Brahma explained. Each of these require for us to repeatedly contemplate, first for the clear picture, second to have sustained knowledge about these in our intellect. That knowledge alone is guiding our thinkings, guiding our decisions, guiding our actions, which is equivalent to calling it as sadhana. Fifth mantra we saw yesterday, once more we'll see today. Same Karanam Brahma is explained with the Nadi. So the Nadi will have the beginning, Srota, Yoni. It will have the water, the flow. It will have the Urmis. It will have the Avartas. It will have variety of its Bheda, the expressions. It will have its Parva. What are those things that which a Nadi has in this Karana Brahma Nadi are the ones we are trying to grasp in that sloka. So beautiful. And the flow of the river also, if not properly learned to swim, or if it is the Udruta, as it gives the Dukha, so too the Samsara Nadi also has got Dukha. We have to come out of that, should be understood by us. That we will see. Then in the sixth mantra, we will be given clear picture regarding why and how we get bound, the jivas, to this samsara, to this Karana Brahma. Samsara itself is Karana Brahma. How to get liberated? These two topics, as beautifully said by Bhashyakara in this sixth mantra Bhashya, is so beautiful, simple, and complete. Some of the topics in our Shastras are so important to be caught and fully grasped. All other topics uh, guide in driving us to this point, and that particular point has to be fully grasped. Like this particular topic of Karana Brahma also is a very, very essential. So we will be studying them. So before that, our Sankalpa and Prarthana, short, precise. Before that, like every day, our little time spent in trying to have some common sense thought understanding. Today is our effort to understand in our common sense thought is just like in life, it's not the age in which we are growing that we have to count, but it is the maturity which we gain which has to be counted. Not the age, but the paripakvata. Like some people, very young age only, fully matured regarding every aspect of the life. And so beautifully they conduct that they become asset to themselves and the world. In some other cases, age is tall like a ताल का पेड़, है ना, बड़ा हुआ सो क्या हुआ जैसे पेड़ खजूर. Yet no maturity at all, that they have not at all understood to manage themselves. Forget about being a asset to the world. So it is not the growth in the age matters, but it is the maturity which matters. In the same way, it is not how many jobs, naukaris we do that matters, but how much sound we are financially. Through all those jobs, the earnings, the expenses, when all of them are managed so intelligently that we are not miser, same time we are not spendthrift, same time we have a very securing, comforting financial position. Same way, how many talents we have is not so important. Then, among them, how many of those are used for our own growth, for our own betterment, and also in making the world a better place to stay, or even serving the worldly fellow beings. They are the ones which matter. In the same way, these three, four examples are given, particularly for us, those who are regularly coming to discuss this point. Key, it is not the question that how many texts we have studied and how many classes we have attended. Rather, how much clarity we have got regarding the very many, few very, very important topics. How much spashtata we got about few of the topics. On that depends our attending satsang, studying Shastra, not the quantity. Quantity can be any number, but then is the outcome coming? In a lot of examples, they give oceanic water, so big, but even a drop you cannot drink. इतनी salty होती है वो. Huge land of the desert, but a small plant also cannot grow there. In the same way, how much we are studying, how many Shastra classes, not a measure at all. Are we getting clarities, convictions, confirmations, efforts? Then, the most importantly, the expected transformations within us. First of all, with all this study, what has to happen in us? Are we clear about it? And then are we working towards it? These are the things when we question, when we get the answer, then all our these efforts are fruitful. Else they are mechanical. They are not bringing any benefit in our life. And in Bhagavad Gita, in so many places, particularly in that 17th chapter, last loka, Bhagavan says, this way attending satsanga, studying shastras, doing upasanas, where we ourselves are not involved, where we are ourselves are not clear in what to do, what to achieve, all those doings, whatever the quantity it may be, Bhagavan calls them as good as, Bhagavan calls them as, first of all, they are all done with ashraddha. He categorized it as done the things with ashraddha. Then he says, with ashraddha, anything done is equivalent to not doing only. Therefore, neither outer benefit nor inner benefit nor the benefit beyond. Ashraddhaya hutam dattam tapastaptam krutam chayat asaditi uchyate. As good as not done. This has to be put in quotes. For example, in our case of 5-6 years of study Shastras, if the expected convictions, transformations have not come, then it is as good as not done only, with all that quantity. But the good thing is nothing to be regretted. At least we have come to know that this is not the way it has to be done. For this knowledge or understanding, let us say these years are invested. With this learning, now let us restart. स्पिरिचुअलिटी में ना कोई कोई खत्म नहीं होता, अब हो गया वह मौका नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं. Anywhere can be again a refreshing starting point. You can restart. Asaditi nachatat pretya no iha. Neither beyond nor here will be the result of those things which are as good as not done, even though done, because in them there is no Shraddha. Shraddha means the clear understanding of what to do, what to achieve, etc. So let us take these things more seriously. And this will happen when we involve in spirituality more than anything else. Anything else. If anything else is more important than spirituality, spirituality remains adhura. Adhura spirituality never helped anyone to become complete. So something, these are real maturities. As we said, एज में मेच्योर्ड नहीं होना, समझदारी में, about every aspect of life. Here also, not in quantity, but in the clarity. 4 or 5 things we will discuss. Only a questions asked, answers have to be found from within. The question number 1, from the top to bottom, we ask simple. With all our these study of Shastras and our understandings and our sadhanas done, if at all, yes or no, that is subjective. First question is the quality of our vasanas changed? Very personal question, intimate question, confidential question. Therefore, nobody is asking us Anybody, nobody is asking us. We are asking ourselves. Have the quality of vasanas changed in us? Vasanas and the thoughts in the mind go together. Whatever the strongness of the vasanas, those only the thoughts come on the mind effortlessly. So, in that way, what thoughts are coming effortlessly in my mind can be taken as the anumana, pramana, for us to know which vasanas still are there in us. So, quality of this vasana change work in it. How many of the all types of adhyatmic vasanas have become stronger in us? The Tattvajnana vasanas, the Bhakti vasanas, the Yoga vasanas, the vasanas regarding values. Vasana means impressions, strongly embedded in that Vasanamaya kosha, because finally that's what guides our thinkings, decisions, etc. तो उसको बदलना पड़ेगा. How? Whatever we are doing, our studies, they should go up to that Vasana Samskara level. That will happen only when we are fully, deeply involved in it. Like we involve in samsara totally. तभी जाकर वो वासनामय कोश आध्यात्मिक बनता है. कितना बना? We can't say कुछ नहीं बना, zero है, but then it's not sufficient. It has to become more and more. And again, another sign of it is what? We are relaxed about the world and we are contented within. A peculiar special contentment cannot be put in words when our Vasanamaya kosha becomes Adhyatmika, a relaxation. क्योंकि the vasanas are regarding as Paramatma. Obtaining Paramatma is the Mukhya Lakshya, in that there is no adharma or papa or dushtata. Therefore, the mana is Nischinta. Like Vasishtha ji saying all these things to us in the evening class. Evening, that both the text of Yoga Vasishtha as well as the Skanda Purana, millions of details they are giving us. So many, अरे बाप रे. I tell that the भगवान की कृपा इतना बढ़िया हो रहा है कि सुबह उपनिषद एंड गीता एंड शाम को पुराण एंड इतिहास. इतिहास मीन स्मृति ग्रंथ. बढ़िया सा all details. It's only we have to have that maturity and effort and ability to grasp them. मानो बारिश ऊपर से all the jewelry, all the, let us say, diamonds and precious stones, rain has come. Now it is we who have to collect them. है ना? राम नाम के हीरे मोती मैं बिक रहा हूँ गली गली. हीरे मोती only in that. Beautiful things. We have to collect them. So here's one of them. Okay, the Vasanamaya kosha, has it becoming divinized? If it is so, there's a content relaxation. Because we are on the right path. जो बंदा करेक्ट पाथ में रहता है, काय का डरना? जो डर रहा है, टेंशन हो रहा है, वरी है, एंग्जाइटी मीन्स he is in the wrong path. And that is mainly decided by the Vasanamaya kosha. Directly we can't see Vasanas, but you can estimate what they are in by seeing what is our thought pattern effortlessly. And that is created again by our intense involvement in these things. हुआ नहीं वासनामय कोश में चेंज, सेम कामादि विकार, क्रोधादि विकार है, तो we have not begun only. We have not done our classes to the level that they have gone to the required level of the वासनामय कोश. ऊपर ऊपर हम कर रहे, like medicine. ऊपर ऊपर है, up to the disease level it has not gone. That's why disease is remaining same. कोई तो इतना जा रहा हूँ डॉक्टर के पास, इतना दवा खाया खाया, बट कोई मेरा दर्द ही ठीक नहीं हो रहा. So the medicine is not reaching there, or sufficient medicine is not reaching there, isn't it? Like that. Same way, second question, with all our these efforts, how much our intellect has become, है ना? Shuddha, Sukshma, very pure as well as subtle, or it is still the grossest and absolutely dull-witted, that it has not even started thinking or contemplating. हो सकता है ना? तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा ब्रांड से अगर हम सत्संग सुनते हैं तो only to the कान level only we listen to Guru. Just Guru has given something to us to hold, that he is just gone somewhere. मैं थोड़ा मैं काम करके आ रहा हूँ, पकड़ो। वो काम करके आ गए गुरु जी, फिर भगवान वापस उनको दे दिया जो दिया पकड़ने को। समटाइम होता है कि नहीं? यू आर इन फ्रॉम ट्रैवल, सो दैट फेलो सेज ही जस्ट आई जस्ट गो फॉर शॉपिंग, थोड़ा इस पकड़िएगा। पकड़ते हैं हम, बस उससे हमारा कोई रिश्ता नाता नहीं है। एंड व्हेन ही कम्स बैक वी गिव हिम। सो द गुरु ने दिया, क्लास में पकड़े, क्लास इज ओवर, भगवान गुरु महाराज भूलना नहीं, आप अपना नॉलेज ले जाओ। If that the way we listen, not that we do it knowingly, but we are so buddhu that it happens, then the intellect is absolutely thick and dull-witted with regards to it. It's a thinking and contemplation about spirituality. That intellect may be sharp and subtle regarding the worldly thinkings, the gaining of the money, earning of the money, maintaining the social statuses, defeating others. In सब में बहुत माहिर, very good, perfect. But the question is, we are studying Shastra. So has our buddhi become Sukshma and Shuddha in these contemplations? प्रश्न करना है हमको. How many times per day the buddhi is aware and awakened to the Tattva Chintana, Atma Chintana, which we are listening every day, सुबह शाम. वो तो क्लास में सुन रहे, बट अदर देन द क्लास नहीं हो रहा, तो तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लगे मेरा, वी आर डूइंग इट. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव टू अगेन measure whether we have really done something or not for ourselves by attending the classes or studying. कोई बंदा कुछ ही क्लासेस सुनकर भी they can come to that intellectual sharpness, alertness, thinking, discrimination, understandings, meditations, कुछ कुछ लोग इतना भी सुने लेकिन अभी जागृत नहीं हुआ बुद्धि, शुरू नहीं हुआ उसका यूज करना स्पिरिचुअल. नो आत्मा विवेक स्टार्टेड, नो पंचकोश विवेक स्टार्टेड, स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ है ना. लाइक कोई घर ऑलमोस्ट बना बट गृह प्रवेश नहीं हुआ. सम कंपनी फैक्ट्री ऑलमोस्ट बना बट शुरुआत इनाग्रेशन नहीं हुआ है ना. लाइक लड़का लड़की पसंद हो गए बट एंगेजमेंट नहीं हुआ, लोन अप्लाइड, everything is clear but not sanctioned. सैंक्शन नहीं हुआ अभी. इन द सेम वे शुरू नहीं हुआ. सो द ज्ञानम स्टिल इज इन द बुक्स, द ज्ञानम स्टिल इज इन द माउथ एंड माइंड ऑफ द गुरु. इट हैज नॉट yet बीन रिसीव्ड बाय अस. बुद्धि में ओनली देन द विचारणा हैपेंस, हैज टू हैपन. तो is our buddhi still dull and stula? Dull regarding the spiritual thinking, stula because it is still fully engrossed in the worldly affairs, worldly matters, worldly things, worldly people, worldly managements, worldly successes, worldly competitions. 24 घंटा उसी में, किसको क्या जवाब दे, किसको कैसे हराए, किससे क्या फायदा कब उठाए. This is what the intellect always does. That is 100% worldly. If ours also is same, then no difference between us who are attending and who are never attending. It's a question. Is no objection here. No, nothing to find fault. Once in a while, we have to pause and do the reflection, and as we said yesterday or day before, introspection. The वासनामय कोश कहाँ तक पहुंचा, द बुद्धि कहाँ तक पहुंचा. दो सवाल हो गए. In the same way, the mind, है ना, with all these listenings, is that restlessness of the mind got reduced? चंचलता कम, निश्चलता ज्यादा. Is that mind poised itself, developed its love for the truth, love for the process of realizing the truth, love for the helping sources of Guru, Shastra, and Paramatma. These three are the ones. Sadguru, Satshastra, Paramatma are the ones who are the only help, three supports for our spiritual growth, which gives moksha. The role of the mind, its emotion towards them, deeply love towards them, gratitude towards them, devotion towards them, and wanting to be more in tune, in surrender to them, to get more and more guidance, blessings. Is our mind longing that way for the Guru Upasana, Guru Krupa, Shastra Upasana, Shastra Krupa, Bhagavad Upasana, and Bhagavad Krupa? Or in that mind still the same old things and beings and attachments to them, expectations from them, quarreling with them, showing domination to them, or expecting something from them, becoming a humble, meek slave to them. क्या हमारे मन में हमेशा यही संकल्प, यही वृत्तियां, यही विकल्प, यही विचार, यही भावनाएं चल रहे? सो दैट मीन्स व्हाट? It has not yet reached the so-called 5 years of study has not reached even to the mind level. Otherwise, इतना बढ़िया सा ज्ञान हम सुन रहे, समझ रहे, अगर समझ रहे तो our longing should increase more for that. That should lead to more and more regular in classes, more and more homework of study of Shastras, and deep upasanas to Devata. हुआ क्या हमारा? सुबह, दोपहर, शाम लगे रहना बस. And the सबसे beautiful चीज, the Guru Tattva Smarana, the Guru Smarana, and then Guru Kritagnyata, Guru Upasana, Guru Prarthana. If this we are doing more and more, तो हमारा मन में फर्क पड़ा with all these efforts. Isn't it? As we said just now, when we eat food, definitely it should lead to the consequence of freedom from hunger, a contentment, nourishment. नहीं है तो क्या? क्षुधा का दूर नहीं हुआ और तृप्ति नहीं हुई है, शक्ति नहीं आई. You can't call it as taking food. So the disease should go away, the symptom of the pain should go away. Then the energy should be gathered. If you have taken the medicine and if it works. So too, if we have good friends, our life should be at ease because they should take care of us when we need. नहीं हो रहा, 10 फ्रेंड्स को रखकर क्या फायदा? 10 दवाएं लेकर क्या फायदा? 5 दफा खाकर क्या फायदा? In the same way, at the emotional level, we have to see the clarity of what to achieve and the achievement of what is clear. So to ask at the senses level, how much they are still, irrespective of our identity as sadhaka, irrespective of our age, forgetting all the dignities, still are our senses are craving for the worldly bhoga, and that are we the victim of it? Without checking them, without disciplining them, without holding them, without stopping them, without even telling them, तुम जो कर रहे हो गलत है, मांगो मत ना. So the tongue asked, gone for the tastes. Eyes asked, gone for the forms. Ears are asking, going for the sounds. Are we still the same good old gulam to all of them? That we are living only for their sake, their sake. That we can't sacrifice one meal a day sometime to do the extra upasana that day to the Lord. Or checking ourselves by keeping away these things as a vrata or tapasya. 1 day, 2 day, 5 day, 10 days. A little higher side. None of these sense objects have any role to play in my life. Totally these indriyas are nigruhita bas. Gone are the days where the इंद्रियास वर डिमांडिंग, आई एम सप्लाइंग, आई बस अब तो उसके लिए फुर्सत ही नहीं, टाइम ही नहीं. Out of maturity, not because the eyes are not able to see, therefore क्या है मजबूरी का नाम महात्मा गांधी ना. Not because the doctor told don't eat this and that you will die. ये तो compulsory है. Then the next life these all vasanas will become more powerful. Because हम उनको अभी suppress कर रहे हैं. Not we are controlling them with the intellectual maturity and understanding. That these are the involvements which are strengthening my samsara. They are born out of aviveka, non-discrimination, moha, delusion. Now through viveka, I am removing the delusion, moha. Therefore, I am discovering from within freedom from them. Then that knowledge goes with us every life. तो इंद्रियों के प्रति हमारा क्या हाल है फिलहाल. And then next 5 years we will listen classes. Beautiful we are as regards that concern, as regards that faith in us, regularity in us, managing our day. कितना बढ़िया है, कोई नहीं कर पा रहे हो. The thousands who want to come to class, they cannot, they can't manage, that's it. Forget about it. They can't manage, they are sincere. But compared to them, we are 100% success. That will continue next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. But what is the outcome? Fourth thing हो गया. In the same way, the fifth one. Very, very grossest one. अब सवाल पूछ के मेरे को मेरे बारे में भी शर्म आता है. What is our relation with our own body? With all these years of Shastra Shravanam. Still we are strongly लिया ही नहीं हमने. Because the first lesson is नाहम देहो से. वो घुसा ही नहीं अंदर. Like the students in schools, college, 13 years they studied physics, but they don't know what is physics. 13, 20 years they studied chemistry, but they don't know what is the utility of chemistry. So many years they studied mathematics, but कहाँ उसकी ज़रूरत है? Lot of history they are taught, but what we have to learn from history? Why those books and why subjects? Lot of literature studied, but क्या सीखना है उससे नहीं पता. Students in our Indian way of education, they go through study without knowing what they are studying and why. Because the whole cause of it they should tell. 10 classes a history teacher should take to tell why history has to be studied. A biology teacher should take to tell what is the need of studying this Jantu Shastra, Jiva Shastra, I'm sorry. In that Jantu and Vriksha, botany, zoology. He should explain it. Then only. Otherwise, they'll study but nothing. Same way, our spiritual study mein, first step is this one. But still we are holding on to it. Yes, that Dehatadhatma, so natural, so stronger, and the only one common thing in any life of any yoni. बाकी चेंज होते हैं. यूज ऑफ इंद्रियास, यूज ऑफ प्राणास, मन बुद्धि कहीं होते कहीं नहीं होते, कहीं ज्यादा कहीं कम, बट देह तो कॉमन है. देह संरक्षण लक्ष्य इज कॉमन. फॉर दैट देह तादात्म्य इज कॉमन. Yes, yet we are spiritual seekers. It is so difficult, so strong, so tough. But at the same time, conquering that is 50% sadhana done. बाकी सब मिलकर 50%. With regard to that, how much we are matured with all our study. So that Atma and Atma Viveka, that Drashta Drishya Viveka, we have not started. Therefore, the Anatma Drishya Rupi Sharira still is taken as Atma Drashta. Therefore, worry, concern, dono. Identifying with it, fulfilling its demands, body and senses. And those demands are so uncontrollable and unruly and unlawful, adharmic, that they leave one side the regrets, other side the repercussions, the physical healthy repercussions, etc., ill health, etc., and suffering it. Like the tongue demands the taste. For the taste sake we eat, but that's not accepted by the stomach. Therefore the stomach suffers. And that suffering of stomach expresses to some part of the body as some type of ailment. And यही चल रहा है जिंदगी भर. भूख लगी खाया लेकिन रुकते नहीं. खा रहे तो अच्छा लग रहा है, ज्यादा खाया, अब ज्यादा खाने का सजा है. है ना. भूख लगी खाया, दैट इज अलाउड, दैट इज धर्म. और खाने के टाइम अच्छा लगा, अब ज्यादा खाया और भी खाया, दैट इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेड. देन दैट reaction, bodily reaction is in this very life. Wrong things we do with body senses, result यही मिलता है हमको in the form of many of the diseases. And these are thousand things. All medical doctors, every one of them are researches they are doing to remove all the diseases. Vedanta never talks about the removing of the diseases which come. Vedanta talks about how to avoid getting the diseases. If you avoid getting them, why do you have to find solution? When we are not Sharira, when we are not Indriyas, when we should not be bhogi with them, then all consumptions, etc., are zerofied. And all diseases come because of bhojan only, no? Or the consumptions. अब वो है ही नहीं, समस्या क्यों है? Vedanta's approach is from the root level removing the problems. No other way of removing problem can be permanent because they are not going to the root level. Symptom only वो लोग remove करते. So the fifth one is this we ask. The last but not the least is very important. How what is the world in front of us is taken by us as now after so many years of study. Again, there is a Satyatva given to the world, Nityatva given to the world, Samachittatva given to the world. Therefore, totally asakta in the world and involving in the world as more worldly than a worldly person who has never studied Shastra. देखो, because that's what we are every day studying. A question, a test to us. है ना? For an Vedantic person, even Srishti Sthiti Pralaya also should have no consequence. That much stable, matured he must be in understanding while doing what he has to do. But still, no consequence because all of them are only in the imagination, only in the kalpana, because substratum is remaining the same all the time. So instead of that, even small little happening in the world are creating restlessness in us, है ना? An insult from the person or अब क्या बताएं हजारों example. Is the world still gathering or having value in our mind? Satyam is real. Nityam is eternal. Samachittam means source of happiness. World is real. World is permanent. World is source of happiness. These three are deeply rooted in the ignorant jivas because of which they become worldly. सत्य है भाई, हमेशा है. Oh, I will give me sukha. Therefore, I will seek it. I will pursue it. But what Vedanta says, the Satya is Parabrahma only. Other than it is everything projected. Projected is not Nitya. Then that which is not Satya and Nitya, how can it be Sukha? अब देखो, these are very intellectual things. What others do are mental projection oriented habitual activities in the world and habitual indulgences. They are absolutely deluded. They think the Sukha is coming from the Bhojanam or the TV. They are in that gross thinking. And it has become a habit. They don't understand that in every of the involvement, whatever the sukha is coming is from inside the self. That much pause thinking has not been done by them. Therefore, जनता को विषयों में सुख भोग दिखता है, भाग रहे. बट वेदांति को तो सुख स्वरूप आत्मा ही है, बाकी सारे अनात्मा है, वो तो जड़ है. हाउ कैन दे गिव सुख? If this thought goes inside and also the substratum is reality, all is projected. If this is clear, then we don't give satyata, nityata, samachittatata. to the Jagat, then world has no consequence to us. The things, beings, situations. Unless it is very important and urgent, we don't even come out of our house or compound wall. We need, okay, there is no dunya, there is no need. See, if this knowledge deepens, then effortlessly we withdraw. If we are not at all withdrawing, with all our resources, efforts, we are totally worldly, means हमने शास्त्र का पूरी तरह वैल्यू नहीं किया. At that level of immaturity we are. The main point is this. So, what is maturity then now? Beginning maturity, such a colossal, great, glorious blessings of the Guru and Paramatma come into us in the form of Shastra Jnana. Now let me restart. Let me start making use of these things in more sincere, serious way. बस इतना ही. ये आज का सारा डिस्कशन only to add this more seriousness, sincerity in our pursuits. We are honest, we are good, but it's proved they are not sufficient. We are regular, we are sincere, good, but it's not sufficient. We have to be concerned, we have to deeply involved, we have to do anything, everything for the expected result. किस लिए हम कर रहे हैं? वो पाने के लिए करना है कि नहीं? And no guru, no shastra teaches us shastras only superficially, telling that चल ठीक है सब सुन लो कोई वांदा नहीं, continue to be a samsari, no need to have moksha. क्या इस दृष्टि से गुरु और शास्त्र पढ़ाते हैं हमको? नहीं ना. They want us to experience the moksha which they are experiencing. Only in our effort and growth in that direction, then they are satisfied, they are happy. Like the good mark student is getting in every exam with a good answers given to every question. Well, that alone makes the teachers happy that yeah, these young fellows are grasping the subject well. Then they get inspired to teach in a better way higher subjects. No teacher wants us to remain where we are. No, they just want us to grow. So let our intellect today be awakened to these things, and then let us be more deeply involved in this spiritual exercise more than other things. जैसे योगा वशिष्ठ में इतना पढ़ा रहे हर दिन रे बाबा, the two contrast pictures of the Atma Tattva Prapti and the Moksha, and if that is not done, how we are bound. जो विवेक जो करा रहे वशिष्ठ जी, रियली इट्स मार्वलस, मजा आ रहा है भाई. Excellent it is. So only two options are there. If we are holding on to that, necessarily we can't do this. And if we want to do this, necessarily we have to leave our hold there. दोनों घोड़ों पे एक ही बार, दोनों जहाज पे एक ही बार ट्रैवल नहीं कर सकते. Walking on space and on the earth simultaneously is not possible. Not possible, that's it. Enough of the compromises, enough of the justifications, and the cheatings which we do to ourselves. You know what is the cheating we do? मजेदार. क्या हम दोनों कर रहे हैं, स्पिरिचुअल भी वर्ल्डली भी. ऐसा कहते हैं लेकिन स्पिरिचुअल कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, ओनली वर्ल्डली कर रहे हैं. उसी के लिए था अभी तक का दिस 40 minutes डिस्कशन. We say I am spiritual also, worldly also, but there is no spiritual, only worldly. नाम के वास्ते दिस. लाइक सम सर्वेंट्स होते हैं घर में, इवन बहू भी कभी कभी, बहू आर एनी रिलेशन, हाँ हम अपना भी काम कर रहे हैं, घर का भी काम काज कर रहे हैं, बट घर का काम काज होता है नहीं. दे डू देयर वर्क ओनली मोर एंड मोर. The बहू is so busy in her own decoration, her own food, her own maintenance, her own friends, doing nothing to home. So too, we've been doing worldly only, nothing spiritual. So all this is only to rethink, restart, give a special necessary inspiration to ourselves. Though the discussion done is in a questioning manner, but the outcome should be, oh, ho, this is where we stand. Therefore, let me be inspired to restart. Isn't it? That is how a maturity. वो थोड़ा सा like मैंने कोई गलती की, तो मुझे पनिशमेंट मिला, उसका दुख तो होता है, बट डेफिनेटली आई मस्ट लर्न फ्रॉम इट कि ऐसा नहीं जीना है, ऐसा जीना है. देन गेट इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम दैट न्यू नॉलेज, लिव लाइफ इंटेलिजेंटली. लाइक ए चोर पकड़े, अंदर डाला, दुखी है वो, बट नेवर माइंड, यू लर्न ना, ये नहीं करना चाहिए. Honestly, you have to work. When you come out, you work and grow. Nothing but wrong. This is how the jivas grow from negative to positive, bad to good. So in our case also, it's only to inspire us to restart the same things which we are doing in a better way. Things which we do same remain. वही शास्त्र में पढ़ेंगे, वही तत्व सुनाएंगे, वही साधना की बातें होएंगी, वही आत्मा अनात्मा विवेक होगा. There is nothing new till the ultimate is reached. But this time in our second innings, let us say, पंचवर्ष प्रणाली का हो गया ना, 5 साल हो गए हमारे. पिछले अगस्त में स्टार्ट किया, सितंबर में 2020 में, तो 21, 22, 23, हाँ 19 में स्टार्ट किया. 19, 20, 19, 20 में, 20 से 21, 21 से 22, 22 से 23 है, जो 4 साल हो गए. तो वी कैन रीस्टार्ट, रीथिंक. So may we that way, becoming more and more in this way thinking, get rid of the never solvable worldly unnecessary involvements. बस उस तरफ जाना ही नहीं. समस्या भी हमारा स्पिरिचुअल है, समाधान भी हमारा स्पिरिचुअल है, टेंशन भी हमारा स्पिरिचुअलिटी का होगा, लड़ाई झगड़ा भी हमारा इधर ही होगा. Not anymore there. Let us grow to this level. Thank you. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो षर्षिभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. मेरिमे गुरु पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्वेदान्तः ता नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्र भाष्य कृत वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधेय सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमः. भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं जगतीमवितुं गलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामः सच्चलता इमां श्रीवात्रिभासि गुरो भव. शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यविमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे. श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तं ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध मोक्ष प्राप्ति सनातन धर्म से विश्व प्राप्ति व्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति सनातन धर्म स्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम अखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतम नित्यम नीलकंठम नमाम्यहम. पारायणम द्वितीयोध्यायः 11वां श्लोक से पारायण करें. सेकंड चैप्टर. निहारधूमार्कानिलानलानां खद्योतविद्योत्स्फटिकशशीनाम् एतानि रूपाणि पुरःसराणि ब्रह्मण्यभिव्यक्तिकराणि योगे पृथ्व्यप्तेजोनिलके समुत्थिते पंचात्मके योगगुणे प्रवृत्ते न तस्य रोगो न जरां न मृत्युः प्राप्तस्य योगाग्निमयं शरीरं लघुत्वमारोग्यमलोलुपत्वं वर्णप्रसादं सरसौष्ठवं च गन्धः शुभो मूतपुरीशमल्पं योगप्रवृत्तिं प्रथमां वदन्ति यथैव बिम्बं हृदयोपलिप्तं तेजोमयं भ्राजते तत्सुधान्तं तद्वात्मतत्त्वं प्रसमीक्ष्य देहि एककृतार्थो भवते वीतशोकः. यदात्मतत्त्वेन तु ब्रह्मतत्त्वं दीपोपमेनेह युक्तः प्रपश्येत् अजं ध्रुवं सर्वतत्त्वैर्विशुद्धं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. एषः देवः प्रदिशोऽनुसर्वाः पूर्वो ह जातः सौगर्भे अन्तः स एव जातः स जनिष्यमाणः प्रत्यङ्जनास्तिष्ठति सर्वतोमुखः यो देवो अग्नौ योऽप्सु यो विश्वं भुवनमाविवेश य ओषधीषु यो वनस्पतिषु तस्मै देवाय नमो नमः तस्मै देवाय नमो नमः ओम प्रथमोऽध्यायः ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति 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 फिफ्थ मंत्र टू टाइम्स पंचस्रोतोऽम्बुं पञ्चयोन्युग्रवक्रां पञ्चप्राणोर्मिं पञ्चबुद्ध्यादिमूलां पञ्चावर्तां पञ्चदुःखौघवेगां पञ्चाशद्भेदां पञ्चपर्वाम् अधीमः. That comprehensive intellect, expanded intellect, very subtle intellect, very pure intellect, having its Shuddha Sattva Guna, because of which in that there is great brightness and brilliance. With all that, when that intellect is used, employed in meditation, contemplation, te dhyana yoga anugataha, they understood the whole universe embedded in these five, six things, which is the Karana Brahma. There is a Nirgunam Brahma behind it. कारण ब्रह्म से जगत नहीं बना, कारण ब्रह्म ही जगत के रूप में है. ब्रह्मा with his karana called as Maya Shakti expressing as the world. Like the mud with its own Shakti of moldability appearing as pot. Mud alone pot. Brahman alone is Jagat. Om iti etad aksharam idagam sarvam. Sarvam hi etad Brahma. From the water, the waves have not come. Water alone are waves. Brahman alone through Karanata, the Shakti, appearing as the whole universe, which is summarized in these things. In the earlier mantra, Chakra Rupena, all those things. Here, the Nadi Rupena. So, Panchasrotombum, the river has the flow, the water. So, for the river of the cosmos, the river of the Jagat, river of the Karana Brahma, the Indriyas are the Srotaha, the waters. Samashti mein bata rahe. Like Samashti in everywhere in the world, in the rivers, there are waters. Panchasrotombum. Second, Pancha Yoni Ugravakra. So, river has its own Yoni, the Udgamastha. So, the Pancha Mahabhutas are the Yoni for this rivers, the waters coming. When you say Pancha Mahabhuta, we can go back to the Tanmatras. From there, you go back to the Hankara. From there to the Mahatattva. From there to the Prakriti. All these you have to add. Pancha Yoni. And these Panchayoni are the Ugra, not a negative manner. Ugra means continuous. Vakra, again, not negative manner. Vakra means in various forms. Panchamahabhutas continuously expressing in various forms. It's called as Panchayoni Ugra Vakram. So then Adhima iti Sarvat Samadhe Panchayoni Karanabhutai Panchabhutai Ugram. Then Pancha Urmi. Urmi, the waves are there. In this samsara nadi, Karana Brahma nadi, Jagan nadi, like the nadis of the waves. What are the Urmi, the nadis? Nadi mein waves in the Brahmanda nadi, Cosmos nadi, Jagan nadi, Pancha Prana and Karmendriyas. Both. They go together. Na? Prana will not just be there. They have to express through the Indriyas, Karmendriya. Karmendriya cannot function without prana, like the petrol and the engine. है ना इंजन विदाउट पेट्रोल क्या करेगा वो एंड पेट्रोल विल नॉट रन बाय इटसेल्फ इसको इंजन में डाले तभी चलता है isn't it like the vegetables and the money you won't eat money We have to buy vegetables and eat. But vegetables can't be bought without money. In the same way, pranas and karmendriyas together are the five urmi, the waves in this ocean. Okay, that means what? We have to think from the totality level. The total vayu becoming prana, like in Prashnopanishad, Adhyatmika Pancha Prana, Adi Bhautika Pancha Prana, both are explained. What is prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana? Doing functions in our system, staying at different places. Same the Pancha Pranas in the whole world where they are working. That is told to us in the प्रश्नोपनिषद चौथा प्रश्न के उत्तर में दिया गया कानि अस्मिन् स्वपदि कानि अस्मिन् जागृति तत्र एष देह स्वप्नान् पश्यति. We have studied it 2 days back only. We have chanted in the evening class. इसलिए मेरे को याद है थोड़ा सा. So in the cosmos also the pranas, the vayu getting itself to the prana level, then doing the cosmic total level में कर्म ऑफ द कर्मेंद्रियास. समष्टि में कर्मेंद्रिय ज्ञानेन्द्रिय काम कर रहे. तो समष्टि कर्मेंद्रिय ज्ञानेन्द्रिय अधिष्ठान देवता को ही विराट पुरुष हिरण्यगर्भ कहते. स्थूल है तो विराट पुरुष, सूक्ष्म है तो हिरण्यगर्भ. So समष्टि दृष्टि we have to understand it from even above also. When we said panchasrotombum, the five jnanendriyas at the total level. Then pancha yoni ugravakram, the pancha mahabhutas at the samashti level. Then pancha prana and indriyas as urmi in this river are at the total level. Next one, pancha buddhi adi moolam. Okay, pancha jnanendriyas cannot function without the mind behind. So that moola is the mana for the panchabhuta. Pancha buddhi. Buddhi means jnanendriyas. The through jnanendriyas, shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandha, jnanam we are getting because of the moola, the source, the support, the mana. Then here the mana again is at the samashti level. So samashti, ज्ञानेन्द्रिय, कर्मेंद्रिय, अंतःकरण, महाभूत के पीछे समस्त मन है. Mana functionally it is called buddhi chitta ahankar. एक ही है stuff subtle body, functional differences. So pancha buddhi adi moolam. So in their deep contemplation, they have become so subtle, they are able to comprehend this. Like the scientists in their subtle mood, they are able to comprehend the natural laws. Like a poet in his very subtle mood is able to bring out the beauty of the thing on which he is writing the poem, and he has already got that vocabulary, correct, perfect vocabulary to be used there, then the great masterpiece comes out of that. क्या बढ़िया है ना, because of the सूक्ष्मता of the buddhi. And a plain sheet, an artist, what a colossal, beautiful, unimaginable art piece he paints there. It's all his thinking, deep sattva guna, a natural scene. What are the contents it has to have? Which color combination? Beautiful. Sunrise different, sunset different, daytime is different. The painters know कि कौन से shades उसके लिए करना है. Very intellect deep. सत्व गुण में. So too in today's world, scientists of research and developers of all fields. So deeply they are contemplating. They are yogis, rishis at that time to discover the things which make the human life more comfortable, less problematic. Every day newer and newer amenities, conveniences they are creating. उस समय उनका बुद्धि इतना सूक्ष्म है कि वो लोग सोच रहे हैं. Everything is a beautiful thinking. When a car, first car, उसके बाद every of these sophistications kept on being added in the car. Whether the height of the car, whether the height of the seat, whether the size of the steering, whether the placement of the clutch brake and the hand brake, all of them are the outcome of the deep thinking, then they're becoming day by day sophisticated. The ACs in the car, the speeds of the car, सारा अब यहाँ तक हो गया the driverless vehicles अब चल रहे हैं. अपने आप कमांड दे दो जा रहे. जैसे हम भी दिमाग लेस घूमते वो भी बिना ड्राइवर कॉमन है ना. The other day when somebody sent me this video, driverless car स्वामी जी, मैंने कहा कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, हमें दिमाग लेस घूम ही रहे, वो भी चल रहा है. He was laughing. I thought Swamiji will be surprised to see that new invention. मैंने कहा भगवान ने ऑलरेडी किया है. He is making the human beings work without दिमाग. Okay. So beautiful all these things. Pancha Pranorbim. Then where are we here? Samashti level में. Pancha Buddhi Adi Moolam. It is Samashti Mana behind all the Samashti Indriyas. ब्यूटीफुल पॉइंट समझो. 3 दिन पहले हमने देखा यत पिंडे तत् ब्रह्मांडे. वॉट एवर इज इन माइक्रो अलोन इज इन मैक्रो. होल कॉस्मोस, whatever is happening in an atom also. In atom also there is nucleus. In that there are around the protons and all of them are घूम रहे. So to the whole cosmos, sun, moon, star, galaxies, they are all rotating, revolving. Same जो जहाँ हो रहा है इधर ही हो रहा है. यत पिंडे तद ब्रह्मांड. Micro, macro, same. So then we have seen Pancha Avartam. 5 are the Avartas, the whirlpools. Which are the Avartas? We are said here कि Pancha Shabdadaya Vishayaha Avartaha. So how many things covered by Pancha Srotombu Jnanendriyas? Pancha Yoni, Pancha Mahabhutas. Pancha Prana, Pranas and Karmendriyas. Pancha Buddhi Adi Mula, the mind is covered. So the mind, the Jnanendriyas, the Karmendriyas, the Panchaparanas have been consumed by them. They gave a river picture to it. Mind, Panchamahamutas, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Prana. These 5 things are covered so far. Next one is Pancha Avarta. In this river there are 5 Avartas. Which are the Avarta? The Pancha Vishayas. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha. Bechara, unko why you gave the Avarta? Because in an Avarta, the whirlpool, the bigger the whirlpool, speed it is, anything goes inside, it will just fall in only, consumed by it. Like the blacks, that sea, whatever call them. इस तरह है. यहाँ शंकर जी पक्का लिखते हैं पंच शब्दादयः विषयाः आवर्त स्थानीयाः. 5 Shabda Sparsha Rasagandhas are the Pancha Avartas. Why are you people which are innocent Vishyas giving you the Avarta Sthana? Because Teshu Vishayeshu Praninaha Nivajjanti. Because in these Vishyas only the human beings are drowned. Now, this sentence we heard. But have we thought about this deeply? And then observing it, our own life. यार ये तो करेक्ट है. सुबह से रात तक मैं इसी भवंडर या भवन में व्हाट यू कॉल गिरा हुआ हूं मैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड स्टडी ऑफ वेदांत. शंकर भगवान ने कहकर आगे, हम भी सुनकर आगे जा रहे हैं. हमने नहीं समझा, वो समझकर बोल रहे, हम सुनकर नहीं समझ रहे. दैट्स व्हाट आवर होल इंट्रोडक्शन टुडे. सर्व प्राणिनः आवर्त स्थानीयेषु पंच विषयेषु निमज्जन्ति. See, when you are in a boat in a river where there is an avarta, अगर आप उस तरफ जाओगे तो आपको घुमा घुमा के आपको उसके अंदर ले लेगा ना वो. तो जाना ही मत उस तरफ to be safe. Panchavartam. So 6th one is Panchavartam. 7th is Pancha Dukkha Ogha Vega. Okay. See, Ogha is flow, Vega is speed. The terrible turbulence or speed of this Samsara Nadi, this Karana Brahma Nadi, the Jagan Nadis, 5 Dukkhas are the speeds. Pancha Dukkha Ogha Vegam. What are the Dukkhas we have seen? गर्भ दुख, जन्म दुख, जरा दुख, व्याधि दुख, मरण दुख. These have no remedy. Sometimes the financial dukha, that's remedy. चोरी करो या किसी से उधार ले लो, ये ना भीख मांगो, काम करो, that will go away. But गर्भ दुख तो you can't avoid any number of times as long as we have not become जीवन मुक्त. And what is गर्भ दुख? Our that child of 12 years, what is his name? The son of one of that great rishis, na? Discussed with Narada. Kamatha Rishi. Kamatha is the name of that child, tortoise. Kachapa Kamatha. He is the son of that what Rishi name. He was discussing with Narada. All these have come there very exhaustively with all details. Garbha Dukkha. Janma Dukkha also was told there. And Jaravastha ka Dukkha. Irreversible. Jaravastha. पीछे तो नहीं आ सकते कितने भी रंग लगाओ. And then in that Jaravastha, if the maturity not come, if still expectations, attachments are too much, dukkha will be so much. Attachment to the bank balance, attachment to newly made house, newly bought things, we want to enjoy them. You know, one of the five dukkhas in the first topic, one of the topic, it came in the fourth mantra discussion also. All of those things I have gained them, but before I have enjoyed them, half of them I enjoyed. I am dying now. One of the Andhata Misra, 18 Andhata Misras. Panchaviparya में जो अंधता मिश्र था यही था. This happens in the old age. That is what Jara Dukkha. Then you cannot move, we cannot do works on ourselves, we depend on others, they won't come on the time, and all of फिर गुस्सा से हमको हेल्प करेंगे तो भी ओहो ओल्ड एज. मैं तो कहता हूँ बिफोर द डिपेंडेंसी लेवल कम्स भगवान उठा. प्रार्थना से सब होते हैं. मेरे को भरा विश्वास तो है बाबा. विदाउट ट्रेवलिंग एनीवन 9-2-11 होना चाहिए. जरा दुख. देन द रोग दुख, isn't it? शारीरिक रोग कितने सारे आते हैं. एक गया तो दूसरा आया, एक गया तो दूसरा आया. Then the ultimate, the marana dukkha, we can't avoid it. So these are the pancha dukkhas, they are the hoga vega, the speed of the flow. So 7 things are done. Now the 8th one is panchashat bheda, the 50 bhedas of the viparyayas, the ashaktis, the tushtis and the siddhi. This is the 9th one. है कि नहीं. पंच स्रोत एक हो गया, पंच योनि दूसरा, पंच प्राण 3, पंच पंच प्राण 3, पंच कर्मेंद्रिय 4, पंच बुद्धि आदि मूला 5 हो गया, पंचावर्त 6, पंच दुख हो गएगा 7, पंचाशत भेद 8 हो गए. नवा है पंच पर्वाम अधिमः. द पंच पर्व इन इट. Parva is the twists and turns. Which are the parva said to us by the Guru Maharaj? It is borrowed by Adi Shankar Bhagavan without hesitation from the Yoga Darshana. So he calls the Pancha Kleshas are the Pancha Parva. अब नंबर 5 तैयार है योग में और उसको यहाँ फिट करो तो फिट हो रहा है, तो लेने में क्या फर्क. He has no that ego or anything. I am Advaiti, therefore I will not talk anything about yoga. तो अद्वैतियों का अकल ये होता है कि दे यूज न्याय वैशेषिक सांख्य योग अपूर्व मीमांसा सब यूज करेंगे बट साइड पे रख देंगे. बिकॉज अल्टीमेट इज अद्वैत. हाउ दे आर यूजफुल इन माई बात, व्हाट्स रॉन्ग. है ना, लाइक सांख्य का योग का प्रकृति पुरुष विवेक एंड ऑल द साक्षी भाव वेरी यूजफुल फॉर वेदांत. अब यूज कर. Interesting, you know. So here the yoga bhasha of pancha kleshas. Avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, avinivesha. And don't ask me the meaning definition. Oh, 12 days back we stopped studying that text. तो तभी भूल गए हम तो. अनित्य अशुचि दुख अनात्मसु नित्य शुचि सुख आत्मख्याति अविद्या। पढ़ा था शायद कभी ना, याद है? अस्मिता, what is अस्मिता? Identifying with the upadhi etc., which is not at all ours. Then sukhanushayi ragaha, dukkhanushayi dveshaha. Then the avinivesha is fear of the death, which we never experienced this life, but earlier so many times we have gone through it. That memory makes us fear of the fear of death. This is called avinivesha. These are called pancha parva. So these are 9 sets are told. दिस इज हाउ अगेन एंड अगेन सोचना है, 5 मिनट 10 मिनट लेकर सोच, पिक्चर क्लियर होता है, उसमें 3 थिंग्स विल बिकम क्लियर. One, the whole picture as one unit we will be able to comprehend. Second, all of that is expression of the Karana Brahma only. Third, none of that is our goal. Our goal is Nirguna Brahma. एक क्लैरिटी के वास्ते बहुत जरूरी है. Done. So we stop here in this shloka study only. Tomorrow straight away when we come, then how this you and I Jiva get bandhana in this Karana Brahma Rupi Jagat, how to get moksha. Very beautiful topic. Tomorrow is Shri Ganesh करेंगे इसका. Tomorrow is Ganesh Chaturthi, विनायक चवित. तो कल के दिन हमको बंधन रहस्य मोक्ष रहस्य दोनों गणपति भगवान बताएंगे, हम पढ़ेंगे. थैंक यू. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. थैंक यू. Join in 5 minutes for Gita in Hindi.